Welcome to the WIHS Journal. On today's broadcast, we'll be learning about the ministry Royal Family Kids. It's for children who have been involved with DCF or has had any kind of trauma. It's a special camp in Watertown that they're looking for volunteers, especially men. So if you listen to the broadcast and feel tugged on your heart, I hope you can get involved in the ministry coming up this June to volunteer at the camp. So tell our listeners, what Royal Family Kids is.
Well, Royal Family Kids is an organization that's in about 25 countries right now. And what we do at Royal Family is we send abused, neglected, abandoned foster children to camp. So it's free of charge for their families and the child. And we try to build strong relationships and just show them that there's people out there that care for them and love them and will help them throughout their life, and they don't want anything in return. We also have mentoring programs, and the mentoring program is something new that we're starting this year. In the past, we've only got to see our children once each year. This offers 10 months out of the year where we get to spend time with them.
That's awesome. That is amazing. So describe the camp layout. I mean, is it like swimming and all that? What takes place on a daily basis in camp?
Well, our camp is very structured. Our camp director, Carol Rubelman, she works very hard to make sure that every moment of the day is filled. And we have a traditional camp. The kids are in cabins. They arrive by bus. They get off the bus not knowing what's going on, and then we're there cheering them on and rooting for them. We do posters. We try to make them feel very welcome. We have our meals cooked there. We have swimming, fishing,
nice,
boating, rock climbing, all kinds of, there's archery. We also have clubs, activity clubs. One of our big things that we do is every Wednesday at our camp is everyone's birthday. So we have a giant birthday party. There's birthday cake. There's presents. We try to make them feel very happy, and we go all out for them.
That's great. So how do you separate? Is there 1 week that boys go, or it's like co-ed?
No, it's a co-ed camp. However, the boys' quarters and girls' quarters are very far apart from each other. They tend to do their activities at different times. So if the boys are swimming, the girls are not.
Yeah.
And vice versa. They even do our clubs. Boys side, girls side. So really meals and certain activities are really the only time they interact. Most of the time it's boys and male counselors, of course.
Okay, that's great. So camp, is it the whole summer? Is it a week?
It's 1 week. It's usually in the last week of June. We run it from Monday through Friday. It's overnight, those nights, and the counselors and staff, we get there on Sunday to set up and welcome our kids.
Okay. So I know one of your main reasons for coming into WIHS is to talk about you would like volunteers to work with these children. They have to go through extensive background checks. And so what would be, your hope for a listener that you're exactly what you're looking for?
Well, we hope there's somebody out there who has a heart to want to help out and volunteer and spend some time with these kids and just show them love. And our big push is we really need some men to get involved. We need some men to step up because unfortunately we have been turning away young boys from camp. And that's not our goal. We want to grow our camp every year. And so we're hoping that someone hears this and God touches them and touches in their heart and they reach out to us and say, hey, I want to give that a try. And even if they want to be a mentor, they still have to go through the camp experience at least once. And we would hope that they would reach out to us to do that.
Okay. I know you said in order for you to become a mentor and be part of this ministry that you had to spend the week at the camp. How do you think God touched your heart? What did you see that kind of made an impact on you?
Well, it's really hard to put my finger on it because, I had heard about the camp from our pastors.
Yeah.
And so they gave us a pretty good idea what we were getting into. But as a father, it was tough for me because I had to leave my own children to spend a week with other children that I'd never met before. And some of these kids come from very hard walks of life. So I didn't know what to expect. And, there's that discomfort and not being acquainted that you have to get over the first couple days. But by Friday morning, that bond is so strong.
And God.
It's very bittersweet, because you've gotten through to that child and then it's sad because you don't know what they're going to and where they're going and you're not going to see them again for almost a year.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's why we're starting the mentoring program, so we can build on the relationships that we start and keep them steady, and also be a constant in a foster child's life, because that's one of the things that they're missing. They miss that continuity, and hopefully we can provide that in some way, shape, or form.
Okay. So basically the children that do come are already delegated through DCF. They know what they're looking for. And how many children do get to come to this camp?
Well, it actually does depend a lot on the help, because we have to have one counselor for every 2 children, boy or girl. Then we also have to have a staff member to support that counselor. So if we're taking 50 kids to camp, we have to have 100 staff members at least. And that's been the hard part. So our first year we aspired to take 30. We got 28 out of 30. Our second camp in June 2019, we wanted to take 40. We were able to take 39. And this year, we hope to take 50. We want to try and grow our camp. And our camp can accommodate up to 450 kids.
Wow.
And there's about 4,000 kids out there in the foster system that qualify for our camp. So we have a long way to go, and we've got a lot of people that we need to volunteer.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. I loved hearing about the ministry, Royal Family Kids. How did you find out about it, and what kind of motivated you to, step forward?
Well, one of my things is I try to support my church and my pastors, and when my pastors were invited to a Royal Family Kids camp, they came back, and they told us as a church, and they gave us the choice, because we've done other things as far as missions. We put wells in Africa, things like that, but we hadn't really done anything locally. So we were like, what can we give back to our community? And then what better place to give back to is our kids. And as a father, I just felt like that was something to step up, because my son, I want him to see me doing something for the greater good. And I want him to be a better man than I am someday. And I hope that he sees what I do, and he feels that he can do that as well, and if not, do it better.
Amen. Okay. Before we close the broadcast, we'll talk about Royal Family Kids. What message would you like to convey either to the men or to the women about this ministry, Royal Family Kids?
I would say that think about yourself. And for example, I would say, think about 2019. Can you remember the entire year all at once? No, you can't. But it's those moments that either made or break that year. And we're trying to do the same thing with these foster kids. They have these moments. They only get a few of them. And we want to turn around those moments that may have made them feel that life was negative, and we want to give them positive moments and change their lives, and make them feel that they're worth it, that they're children of God, that people love them, and that they can be greater than they ever even imagined. And Amen. That's what I want to do. So the one question I wanted to forgot is Christianity implemented in the program at all? We do. We have we have what we call the Breakfast Club, and in the Breakfast Club we'll sing Christian songs, things like that. We don't do any altar calls, but what we want to do is show the children how we live a God-like life as best we can, and then hopefully we engage them to ask questions, and then from there we'll just do the best we can. If we have to bring them to our pastors to answer questions, we will. So our church, the Father's House, does sponsor the camp, and we are a Christian organization, and we do fall under human services and religion as far as charities go. Okay. So where is your church located? Our church is located in Watertown, Connecticut. So tell our listeners before we close the broadcast the name of the camp, the location, and how they can find out more details to contact you if they like to volunteer. Okay. We're called Royal Family Kids, and we're located in Watertown, which is our home office. Our camp is within 20 minutes of the Watertown area. And if they want to get in touch with us about volunteering or any other capacity, they can reach us at watertown.royalfamilykids.org. Once again, that was Michael Hickey, the director for Royal Family Kids. It's a ministry for children having been involved with DCF or had any kind of neglect in their life. Again, they're looking for volunteers, especially men, if you can make yourself available this coming June for the camp. If God has tugged on your heart, please contact WIHS for more details. Our phone number is 860-346-1049. The opinions expressed are those of the participants
not necessarily those of a staff and management of a station. I'm Anissa Porticelli. The WIHS Journal is public affairs from WIHS, Middletown,